Think AAA dungeon crawlers are unbeatable? Think again. These indie games pack in way more creativity, challenge, and heart than the big budget stuff. Let's dive in. First up, Monomyth. This first-person RPG set in the Fortress of Lysandria gives players more freedom than most games. Instead of following strict rules, you can solve problems in creative ways, burning doors, breaking through barricades, or climbing ledges to find new paths. Monomyth might look like Kingsfield, but it plays more like Ultima Underworld, letting you experiment and try clever tricks. Whether it's kicking enemies off cliffs or stacking boxes to reach high places, Monomyth reminds us that challenges are more fun when you're free to tackle them your own way. Moving on, Crypt Custodian is more than just a dungeon crawler. It's a quirky Metroidvania set in a charming afterlife. In this game, you play as Pluto, a recently deceased cat turned eternal janitor, sweeping through hand-drawn 1930s cartoon-style dungeons. Its bullet hell boss battles and upgrade system keep things exciting, though your main weapon is just a broom sword. Created by Kyle Thompson, Crypt Custodian mixes humor with clever gameplay, proving that even a simple weapon can pack a lot of fun. Next up, Lynked. Banner of the Spark brings together intense roguelike combat and cozy base building. The story might sound familiar, robots in a post-apocalyptic world, but the gameplay is what makes it unique. You get fluid, fast combat with satisfying dodges and big weapons like the battering ram. Plus, you can build bases and go on missions with friends, gathering resources, fishing, and growing your resistance camp. Even in early access, Lynked runs smoothly and brings a fresh twist to dungeon crawling. Switching gears, Undernauts. Labyrinth of Yomi proves a game doesn't need a huge budget to create an unforgettable atmosphere. Set in a haunted, futuristic Tokyo, this dungeon RPG has striking watercolor art and creepy monsters. Its boost system lets you mix up the turn order and manage resources in strategic ways. Exploring the haunted depths with a 6-person team is captivating, although the flower dungeon modification system can sometimes lead to backtracking. With flexible character customization and a good balance of strategy and action, Undernauts is great for both new players and longtime fans. Next, our Adventurer Guild combines tactical strategy with guild management and character-focused storytelling. You're the new guildmaster, rebuilding a failing guild by recruiting adventurers and leading them in turn-based battles on a grid. Every choice counts, and relationships between characters add an extra twist to the outcomes. With smart combat, witty dialogue, and playability on systems like the Steam Deck, our Adventurer Guild is a must-play for anyone who loves strategy and dungeon crawlers. Then we have Into the Necrovale, a dark indie action RPG where survival is everything. As the Stranger, a condemned soul trapped in the Necrovale, you face tough choices in every room. Do you heal, upgrade, or keep going for better rewards? Instead of random drops, the game focuses on skill and combat. The rooms are randomly generated, which can feel a bit repetitive, but Into the Necrovale keeps you hooked with careful strategy and challenging fights. Dunjungle switches things up by letting you play as a monkey hero fighting to reclaim his jungle home in this 2D roguelite. With randomly generated dungeons, tons of weapon options, and different character classes, each run feels fresh. The mix of enemies, bosses, and environmental hazards keeps you on your toes, while small boosts from NPCs add strategy to every run. With tough but fair progression, Dunjungle shows just how creative indie games can be. Dungeons of Hinterberg blends dungeon crawling with a relaxed vacation feel. You play as Louisa, a burned-out lawyer looking for a change in the Austrian mountains. She explores 4 magical regions, solving puzzles, fighting creatures, and even bonding with locals, which gives her stat boosts. The game lets you relax by lakes or just enjoy the scenery, blending action with moments of rest. It's a fresh indie take on dungeon crawlers, with an emphasis on adventure and taking time to breathe. Vaporum. Lockdown proves that steampunk and dungeon crawling make a great combo. Playing as Ellie Teller, a scientist trapped in the Ark's Vaporum Tower, you'll face real-time battles and use a customizable exo-rig suit to get through tough situations. The retro, grid-based movement adds strategy, though it can feel limiting during intense fights. The environments and voice acting are a bit hit or miss, but the clever puzzle design and tactical combat make Vaporum a solid choice for dungeon crawler fans. Finally, Wizard of Legend 2 brings back the original's fast-paced spellcasting with added co-op play and beautiful 3D graphics. The mix of elemental spells is exciting and creative, though the difficulty curve in early access is steep. Developer Dead Mage has made a visually stunning game with smooth combat, even if the power progression could use some fine-tuning. With a few tweaks, Wizard of Legend 2 has the potential to become a modern classic. So next time you think AAA dungeon crawlers have it all, remember these indie gems bringing innovation, heart, and challenge. Which one will you try first? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more indie game recommendations.